Welcome to Taranaki Foodies with Area 41.
The tastiest food show on the Most FM.
Our guests today. We also have videographers, Nathan Griffiths and Ollie Foy. It's an amazing team here to talk about food and music, of course, because we are on the radio. Thank you very much to our sponsor, Area 41. How about we listen to some music first at the very beginning? And it is Flickering Stars by Ivan Reis.
What's the name of the song? Flickering Stars. Let's go. No, it's played. Oh! I'm not going to check that. You wouldn't have Let's go. What's going on? Is that on?
Well, I thought it was on.
It's not
And
on. Well, just talk. No.
Yes, so if you don't know, Ivan Reis Davies is the author of the song, and we're going to listen to it right now. Flickering Stars.
Here we go. This was switched off.
Yeah, I don't know who always switches it off. It's really kind of like.
Switched off.
See, this is
The rule.
Is it weird to listen to your song that's recorded already?
No, because when you record it, you spend so much time listening to it, you kind of get used to hearing it.
It's still becoming kind of like your personal thing.
But it's still sometimes, it's still you still remember why you wrote it, and it reminds you still get that feeling from it.
I feel really privileged because I was one of the first people who listened to your song, and it was like probably 11:30 at night or something like that, and it was like, wow, this is so special.
Yeah, well, I remember you. Straight. Well, it meant a lot to me because you were straight away.
It was a good music.
And super cool.
So a question I've heard musicians be asked before is, do you actually play and listen to your own music, like in your home and at parties?
Not at parties, but definitely at home. When you,
Yes,
like, I find
amazing.
oftentimes,
Because you hear.
especially when you're in the process of you listen to it over and over because you're trying to think of the different parts. And when it's finished, sometimes not much. Once it's done, I feel like
It sounds to me it's more like a gift to your fans rather than something that you use.
To be honest with you, at first I feel like it speaks to myself
Yeah,
and lifts me in the process, and then once it's out there, it feels like someone else's song.
like an outlet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, interesting.
yeah. But I reckon music seems, I don't know if it's like that for you, Sammy, but it seems first quite cathartic, like a gift from God to lift your own spirit. Yeah. And then it becomes something that seems to lift others. So it definitely has been something that's.
They turned the camera on you just now. That's quite deep.
My mum kind of all of a sudden there's so much creative energy.
Yeah.
Little bits, I don't know what I'll do. I mean, I've got loads of snippets of stuff, songs and words.
And sometimes they don't even make it right, but just having that moment where you can express something, it feels. Yeah.
Very, very interesting. Well, this is a private treat having you guys. I'm it's a big surprise.
Well, when I thought, I just felt like it was right to bring Sam up because he's he's a pretty special guy and I thought, well, I didn't really teach Sam, but I had a lot to do with him when he was at school, and we just kind of maintained that connection, and I think.
So you were his teacher?
Well, not really, but Sam was like obviously one of our really talented kids at school, and we followed him through his journey and tried to support him. We tried to support him where we could right through. So, yeah.
May I ask you how old are you?
21.
So it was sometime till you finished school. So it was.
Yeah. 2017. Yeah.
Good friends.
We've always stayed in touch right from the finish of school. Yeah. Pretty
we've
special.
got 36 seconds left.
Oh, you got hot cross buns?
And what I might do
Do you like hot cross buns?
to the gym.
I made these ones. I got butter too.
I just
Very dreamy.
Yeah, they're
very beautiful. We're going on it. That's beautiful. Yeah.
Welcome back to the studio of Taranaki Foodies with Area 41. It is me, Olena Williams, Nick Boheimer, and our amazing guest today, Davies, musician, comedian, and director of culture at Little Boys High. And also we have Sam Egli, who's musician. But I'll let Ivan to introduce Sam.
Yeah, cool. Hey, thank you for having me on the show. It's awesome to be here, and kia ora koutou, good afternoon, Taranaki. It's real special to have Sam Egli on the show. When Olena asked me to come in and play, I was really excited to play, and for some reason it just felt right that Sam would come and have a jam with me. We've got quite a history together because Sam was at Boys High and I was a teacher at the time, and he's since left school, and we've always stayed in touch, and I've always valued his talent, but more importantly I've always valued him as a person, and he's got a massive heart, massive ticket. And one of the beautiful things about music is when you play with someone that's got heart, it really pushes through musically. So he was a natural choice to have come and share some songs.
Awesome. I'm so happy to have you, Sam. Maybe not the last time. Yeah, so we just listened to the song which is called Flickering Stars. It's beautiful, it's dreamy. It reminds me of the state between being awake and being asleep. It's just this little thing that you just go into, and there's a subconscious and a lot of things that you have to work through. Sometimes you're scared of it, sometimes you're fascinated by it, and it's like a beginning of the night, like a twilight zone. Okay, am my perception correct? Tell me, what is the song about?
You're actually really, really onto it, because like on the cover of my EP, there's a picture and you can't tell what it is because it's all distorted and pixelated, but it's actually a tree. It's a Purakawa tree. It's the tree that I wrote the song up in front of, because it was about 6 o'clock and last year in the summer, and I was cooking on the barbecue, and I was looking at the tree, and half the tree was shaded and half the tree was, it might have even been later because it was that golden hour, just where the colors are amazing. And I'd been doing a lot of thinking around that twilight hour about people that struggle with their own sense of self-worth, and I was thinking particularly of young people. And then I started just playing that little part. And it just seemed to match the colours, it just seemed to match. And so that was the start of it. And so I just wanted to write a song for young people, or for anyone who feels like they're kind of trapped in that room inside their head, where they're trapped in the cycle of lack of self-worth. And then it explodes in the pre-chorus saying, don't let the dark night hide the flickering stars. The idea that, the stars, nothing's perfect in the world, but they're still beautiful even if they're flickering. So it's not just sugar sweet, it's about the reality. And I guess I wanted to reach out in that explosive drum, the arrival of the drums, and grab that young person by the scruff of the neck and just say, hold on. It's going to be okay. So you were absolutely right. It's a little bit of a dreamy. We wanted to create that state where you feel like you're in that dream, but then explode you into reality and remind you that hope is like a person that comes running as long as you hold on. Yeah.
Oh, this is so special because.
So I know it sounds deep, but I'm just being honest.
I was actually going to ask about the cover for the EP, because. To me, it looks something on the purple background, and I thought that it's a smoke. I think it's smoky.
Yeah, it's actually a tree.
Obviously, it's a tree. But some people are inspired by love to a woman or a man, but you're inspired by a tree, which is special.
Well, I think wherever you look in nature, and I'm sure you guys feel the same, that sometimes you just get your breath taken away by certain things. Like for me, one of my favorite things in the world is driving down the street when it's raining at night and watching how the street lights react against the puddles. There's something about those colors that are just
very arty.
Well, it's but I'm not trying to be. It's just you know, like I like to feel gratitude and contentment in little things.
And we definitely feel it in your music. And it's so nice to have you in the studio because I'm dressed in red, and Nick has a little bit like an ink purple shirt, and you guys like a Ukrainian flag. Like blue and yellow. I feel like at home. And the studio has a really bright colors, and I can look at the cover of your EP, and it's also purple and blue. So it's like a feast of colors today. And music is one of the most abstract art, but it's also evasive. It's also, a lot of people call it disposable, because once you stop performing it, it disappears, and next time it wouldn't be exactly the same. But what always fascinated me, how music can be correlated with the colors or movement or some other senses or smells. So your connection with the colors is really interesting.
It's very much there.
It is quite interesting because you're a very multidimensional, multifaceted person. And first of all, I met you not as a musician, but as a stand-up comic. Tell us about it.
Well, I literally just did that because it was a skydiving moment. It was kind of, I thought, well, I'm reasonably comfortable in front of a group of people. How would I handle it if I stand up and try and make people laugh? And that seemed to me terrifying. So I wanted to give it a go. And then I did it once, and I realized that it was a lot harder than I thought it was. I knew it was going to be hard, but I didn't realize it was going to be that hard. And then I realized that it was a skill and a craft, and naturally I'm drawn to a challenge. So I tried to get better and stuck around it a little bit. And yeah, I've got no illusions about being an amazing comedian. I've just literally dared to step into the arena, and that's what I'm most proud about. I've just given it a nudge. I've given something that I would never think I could do a nudge, and I've done it.
Good for you. Did you see Bill Bailey?
No, I didn't, but I saw, who did I see? I saw,
He was good.
I wish, I went to, I've forgotten that other guy who came here recently. That sounds real bad.
Well,
I was going to tell you a story about
you have a duo with Hamish Kerr, and you've been at the finals, and you won it. At the finals of the whole North Island for the comedians.
So I won the Taranaki Regional Raw Quiz last year, and went through to the Central region, and the top two go to Wellington, and went to Wellington. I placed second there. But then I snapped my Achilles, so I couldn't go to Wellington. So the Taranaki Regionals are on again this year on Friday. I'm going to have another go.
Yes, please, people, have a look at the House of Laughs, which is driven by a group of people, and one of them is Curtis Lockley, and he's an amazing guy. He's into making movies and stand-up comedy, so follow him, follow House of Laughs, and see how red people of Taranaki get together, get out of the comfort zone, go onto the stage and make others laugh with the kind of bad things that happen to their life. And it's not PC, children are not allowed, and that's what I like about it. How about we listen to the song that you prepared? You have instruments here, and I'll let you introduce the next song.
Yeah, cool. So this song that Sam and I are going to play is called Truly Free, and it's based around the idea that the irony that when you're broken, you're actually the freest you can be, because you have nothing else to hold on to. You're so in need of the love of other people that you never feel anything like you feel from when you're broken. So the world sort of seems to tell us that when you have everything, you're happy. But I've learned that when I've been most broken, I've felt the most love, and I've felt the most redemption. And I've seen that in a lot of people's lives. So this is called Truly Free.
When I keep pick up nowhere, it's a wide and empty place. You gotta listen to your own music, not the discourse in your head. I've already lit my hands It's a wide and empty. Gotta listen to your music. This goes in your head. I wanna lift my hands towards the sun. I wanna raise my voice out to you. The world belongs to the world. I want my you're truly free.
Wow, this was so amazing.
Can I
Honestly,
put you guys for the blues show?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll talk about that.
now you have connections.
Ah,
Yes. I mean, it was so special when I heard Maori part of it. I had something on my skin, and like, oh my gosh, it was really, really special. So thank you so much. I remember this is probably one of my favorite songs on your EP. I remember this night when you sent it away to your friends, probably hoping that they would listen to it next day. But I was awake at midnight. I listened to all the EP, and it was totally magic. So thank you for being artistic and sharing this with the world. So
they're great.
yeah.
Honestly, I hear a lot of blues music. It's just a little bit of hidden gem here. Loved it. I loved it, mate.
Yeah, like,
Woohoo.
Yeah.
But not only that, but not only art comes in the form of music and stand-up comedy. If you don't know, even Rhys Davies is a baker.
I'm a closet baker.
Closet baker. So today he brought some homemade hot cross buns, and we're going to try it and give him a real life hard review on air. So maybe he's better baker than his singer, or maybe he's worse singer than his baker. And also it is accompanied by the tea that brought our previous guest, Magic Teas, the innovative product, which is a little disposable teaspoon with the tea. And we're going to try the tea with this hot cross buns and try it and talk about it. We have two official tasters today, which is Nathan Griffiths, who is the foodie and who is also the leader of the food reviewers group. And we have Ollie Foy, who is so experienced in the reviews, and I'm looking forward to the reviews. So please, guys, try it, and I'm going to talk to Rhys about the topic that always interested me.
Yeah.
So his surname is even Rhys Davies, right?
Yeah.
But your EP says that you are even Rhys, and when you go on a stage as a comedian, it says even Davies.
Yeah.
Are you one of those people who have many names?
No. So because my comedy, when I do some songs, they're kind of silly songs. And my name is Evan Rhys Davies, so I kept Evan Davies for my comedy. And my dad was an incredible man, and his name was Rhys Davies. and he had a long battle with Parkinson's, and he passed away in 2015. And so for my music, I go by Evan Reese because that's kind of a nod to my dad. He wasn't a musician at all, but everything I know about character and loyalty and sacrifice and all the things that people at times, if I feel complimented for people saying, well, you're the sort of person, I just think back to my dad. So that's really where the nod to my dad is, and there can be some confusion with that, but it's just what it is. I just went with my heart. So my music is Evan Reese, and my silly comedy.
Well, I heard your stand-up comedy about your name because Evan actually sounds very Russian.
You know where it comes from?
Who called?
Yeah,
It's
Who
Welsh.
calls you
very
Evan?
Welsh.
Okay.
Even.
Siarad Cymraeg.
Yeah.
I iawn ni.
Yeah, I got lots of Welsh coming back.
It's all right, a bit of Welsh, you can tell. Yes, there is. Yeah.
Awesome. So I know that a lot of poets, I don't know, actors, a lot of artists use the nicknames or pseudonyms.
Yeah.
Have you ever attempted to create something like that?
Not really. I think my music's like, there's so much of myself invested in whatever I do. I don't try and differentiate. So I think it's just part of who I am. So naturally I feel like I keep my name. I'm not trying to create anything avant-garde. It's just the songs come out of my own experiences, and therefore I'm just being who I am.
Oh, that's awesome. So I'm going to read an extract from a booklet that I'm holding. And this is a booklet from New Plymouth Boys High School, where my son goes to. So it says, Evan Davies is the Director of Culture of New Plymouth Boys High School. Mr. Davies has directed a range of school productions, including shows that he has written himself. Though to externally written works such as New Sila and Journey, through to external written works and Journey's End. So you're also a screenplay writer.
Yeah, a little bit. I just love creative expression, and I feel that it's just the way that I feel at home in the world. So I don't try and restrict myself to saying I'm a this or a that. You know, I'm a comedian or I'm a singer. I like to, if there's a need for something, then I'll try and create it, and that's what I try and do. And it's only because I like coming up with fresh things. I'm not the type of guy that's going to watch YouTube clips on how to do stuff. I want to make it, you know.
Awesome.
I want to, like, there's some stuff that I'm obviously songs and films that I've watched that's all been created by someone else, and I'll soak that in. But I don't want to be the dude that just replicates. I want to create. And I want to create something new and fresh. And
this urge is so strong that you can't really restrict it.
No, exactly.
If one of us will try to do it, it will create lots of psychological problems. It's better let it go.
But it's good though.
It's all about how the brain works, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you can have a creative brain, or a logical brain, and you clearly have a.
My dad had an incredibly
brain.
logical brain.
Yeah.
I was the polar opposite, and even in my family, and I'm totally. I didn't used to be at home with it, but I'm so at home with it now because, you know, if we didn't have the logical people, but I can be very logical. But what I mean is, if maths and science never made any sense to me, but I understood languages and I understood music and art and stuff. So we just play to our strengths, right? If everyone plays to their strengths, the world's a good place.
Okay, so it brings me to the next question. Is there anything in art you haven't done?
I used to be a terrible drawer, but my dad was a phenomenal artist. And when he was sick, I would just go around and sit in the lounge and draw. And I actually drew some beautiful pictures because I think I was feeling it. I wanted to see how my dad expressed his art. And so I went through a patch where I loved drawing, and I did a few pieces of art. But never, no. Like, my wife is amazingly talented at art, but I love art. Like, I love it. It moves me.
Okay, so you've done art, you've done music, you've done stand-up comedy, you've done writing. Did you do any performance art on the stage yourself?
Yeah, I acted as a kid. You know, I loved the performing arts.
Okay.
I mean, as a kid, I got free biscuits at halftime.
Good motivation.
And my gran bought me a skateboard when I was 11 for being the Sound of Music, so that was my motivation. But no, I've just always felt.
I just want to challenge you with something. I don't know. Have you been dancing before?
My wife says that I'm a bad dancer.
Or here is the challenge for you. Even.
I just like, why don't you shoot straight with me? I'm like, I think I can actually move, you know. And she's like, no. Okay. Thank you for your honesty.
I don't want you to do something dangerous like a break dance, but folk Russian dance will probably.
Good for
but,
the fitness.
Yeah, but you're strong enough to do it, so start researching.
Yeah, I'll try. I'll try. Could be ugly, but I'll try.
Yeah, so it is quite a pleasure to listen to your songs, and I would like to listen to another one.
Yeah.
You prepared too, right?
Totally. So this is really awesome having Sammy here.
There is some butter here.
I'm just checking my tune here. This song is called Skyline, and this is one of my most honest songs. I think the common misunderstanding with creative people is that, you know, like, you can express yourself, therefore life is easier. But, you know, I mean, there's lots of trains of thought on that.
I was shaking my head.
But I guess because I've met a lot of people that haven't found some expression, and so you can see them kind of suffering in silence. And it's not because they don't have a gift. It's just maybe no one's ever validated what they love to do. So I do take it as a privilege that I can express myself. But at the same time, music hasn't meant that I've lived a charmed life. And this song is about a battle I've had with my heart since I was 18, in some places where I've had to really stare a lot of fears in the eye, and the anxiety that has resulted from that at times. So this song's called Skyline.
Skyline in blazing color, I'm feeling like before the I used to see by the signs of new beginning. Now I'm breathing but tonight you stay by my side. My heart beats out of time. Sunrise in your eyes. It's not over. It's not over tonight. You stay by my side. My heart beats out of time. Sunrise in your eyes. It's not over. It's not over tonight. When I try to get when my legs so weak and my breath short and it's something, and I try to find a little piece of my head and look for you, 'cause you're the only one tonight. You stay by my side. My heart beats out of time. Sunrise in your eyes. It's not over. It's not over tonight. You stay by my side. My heart beats out of time. Sunrise in It's not over tonight. It's not over. It's not over tonight. It's not over. It's not. I want to run. I want to fly. I want to take on these walls, hold me inside. I want to reach out, touch the flame, where the streets have no name. Where the streets have no name, where the streets have no name. Still building and burning down low, burning down low. And when I go I'll go there with you. So
Wow! It's a song called Skyline by Davies, accompanied by Sam Egli. So thank you so much for being and sharing your art with us. It is me, Olena Williams, and Nick Boheimer in the studio of Taranaki Foodies with Area 41. Now we have some tasters who are going to tell us how was our talented Evans hot cross buns. And one first one is N.P.B.H.S, social media manager and the leader of the reviewers group.
Well, we've all tasted a hot cross bun before, and I have to say that upon very in-depth contemplation, I think this one was no different from a plain hot cross bun. So well done, good job.
Yes! Hot cross bun. This is the highest compliment.
And then I drank a cup of tea, which had, to me, it tasted, it had a faint sour aftertaste to it. If I try and describe the tea itself, it was a complex sort of tea. Something that would go quite nice with a squeeze of lemon or maybe a bit of raspberry.
And so the next one is Olena. You see, we're always Olenas here. Ole, go Ole.
Well, I'm not a big fan of hot cross buns, but maybe this might make me like more. But I don't know, it's just the raisins. This one was really good. It had a nice sweet taste and it's really doughy and stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, Ollie, here we go. Come on, give me the 10. 10. And that.
Oh, thank you very much for bringing this tasty food. So, Evan, tell us what's the next thing for you, because you are the person who never stops,
Yeah.
as I believe. So you already have your EP launched, I
Yeah.
believe. Was it a soft launch or did you have an event?
Well, we had an event. We played at Fourth and Theatre. I had a band play on the 20th of February, and we're looking at playing up in Hamilton on the June the 18th.
Oh, wow.
I have to see
Hamilton,
Sammy
you're
on
spreading out of Taranaki. This is awesome.
Gotta have Sammy on the crew, yeah.
And who else is playing with
So
you?
we've got at the moment Codes Hoskin playing keys, and Craig Jones, talented singer-songwriter, playing guitar, and Hamish Cameron playing bass. And just we had a change of drummer, so we just I can't really say at the moment because we've got to confirm what's going on, whether the person is keen to drum long term. So I don't want to put them out there and then they decide yes or no. So yeah.
Does the group have a name, or does it all go under the name
Well,
of
at
an
the
event?
moment, it's just been focused on the release of the EP, but I guess we're getting to that stage where we'll probably have a name or something. But, yeah, haven't thought about that yet.
Well, thank you very much for bringing your food with you, bringing your songs, your creativity,
You're welcome.
and short message from our sponsor, Area 41. Thank you for being our sponsors. Please visit their bottomless lunch, which is a weekend event. Their website is area41.co.nz, and their telephone is 758-1236. So you can ask questions about the bottomless lunch. Thank you very much for listening to Taranaki Foodies with Area 41 every Saturday at 4 p.m. on the Most FM. And I'll see you next Saturday. Bye-bye, my gourmetarians.
Thanks for having us.
This was fun.